I grew up with my maids and nannies, and I had no, like, I'll come back from school and it would just be me and the nanny. And we had one when I was between the ages of 2 and 3. I believe that woman was just possessed and sick in the head. I don't think she was more than 18 or 19. And she just derived pleasure bullying me. She would not feed me. Whenever she was horny, she would force me to suck her breast. She would use my fists to masturbate. She would tie my mouth and punish me. Like, she just enjoyed torturing me. Clearly, she was someone who was abused when she was younger. And if you've noticed a pattern, hurt people hurt other people. And because I was still learning to talk, and she would tell me that if I told my parents that it's her that I'll be left with, my parents would go to work, that she would starve me. And poor kid like me, I liked food. And I would cry, and I would try to use my body language to tell my parents that I was not okay, but they didn't really understand while I was younger. And one of those days, my parents came back earlier than she thought, and she tied my mouth, turned off the lights, and lied to them that I was asleep. And I was gagging, and I was about to lose my front teeth. I can't remember what age I was when I was already beginning to lose my teeth, that the teeth in front was under so much pressure that it fell, and I swallowed it. It was one of the most traumatic experiences of my life, that it was until I got older and got married that I told my parents about it, because at that time I didn't know how to tell them. Unfortunately, her mistreatment to me made me start to think evil thoughts, because since my parents could not know, since I couldn't do anything about it, I started to wish bad things to her. And I remember one time we were in the balcony of my house. This was in Port Harcourt. My father was posted to Port Harcourt at the time. We were in the balcony, and she was eating, and I was looking at her eat, and a fly was perching around her spoon, and she wasn't paying attention, and she ate the fly. For some reason, I felt that was justice served, but that was not the only time. As I got older, different series of abuse happened to me in my young age, and I know the impact it has had on my life. Even now that I'm married,